Hello everyone, welcome to Immaculate Comics. We have a guest host this week. His name is Nolan Morgan. He's been a part of the show since he was just a wee lad. He has more than doubled his size since he started participating and was rather adamant that he should have more of a leadership position and also that he were able to give the introduction without any input from me at all. So we will all be surprised to see what happens next, and I hope you enjoy the episode. Take care.
My name is Nolan Morgan with Immaculate Comics.
I am Logan.
Not with Immaculate Comics, but he was here anyway, so we just decided to record with him. And this is the Crease Releaser. This is our new product. It is a prototype. So it might look a little bit better in the final version, but this is what it looks like now. Might be a little bit hard to see on camera. And so imagine this. Imagine you have a problem. You have a perfectly great book, except for one little thing. It has creases in the front. So what do you do about it? Buy the Crease Releaser. Now I'm going to demonstrate how the Crease Releaser works. It's actually quite a simple product. So Logan will be our demonstration table.
Absolutely.
Yep, he does it with great pleasure. You put the Crease Releaser right here. See, open to the cover of the book. Gently. Place it here. Chamfer board right here. It's not an expensive book. I'm not damaging it. Don't worry. Clamp. And then take the heating press, right? Not hot. Right? I'm not going to kill Logan. And then you identify, first you would need to mark it on a bag, and then you can sort of just tell by inverting the bag and putting it on the inside cover where the creases are. And then also you would need this paper. But then after that, it's easy. All you need to do is apply the heating iron, and then you've got it.
This is our problem statement. This book, if you can look, you can see these small creases across the front of it that don't normally press out. We're going to attempt to alleviate these with our new product called the Crease Releaser. We'll start with a regular press at high speed so that we can show you that we're pressing the book in a common way, and we'll then demonstrate the effects of pressing the book. This is going to go for, I think, 160 F on this for 600 seconds, just like we normally do. I'd like to demonstrate here that the pressing did not remove these, what I call micro creases, from the book, and they yet remain. And often we would use an Immaculate ball to remove these, which can be pretty effective, but it can sometimes leave little lines right where you remove this. You get rid of these creases, but you can see little tiny swirls if you don't do it properly. You have to be very careful. This is the Crease Releaser. It's just a bent piece of plastic that holds the most of the book out of the way, that allows you to work on the inside of the cover, relieving the creases from the outside. It looks just like this, and you put a clamp in place. I'll show you how it works next. We start by sacrificing a comic book bag. I just pull this regular polypro bag open, and then I'll take some scissors, cut it into two pieces. Nothing fancy here. Next, I indicate the corners of the book on this polypro bag. Just make the little where the corners are, and then I circle all of the creases that I want to remove. You'll see why in a moment. Next, we flip this over and we create the reverse image on another piece of this poly bag. Here, we just trace the same thing, just making the opposite image on the other side of the comic book bag. Again, you'll see why in a moment. This is so we don't have the ink that we want to indicate for us touching the actual comic book itself. So to demonstrate the use of this tool, which is a prototype and needs a lot of work still, but the idea of it is you want to get the book out of the way so when you're working, most of the book except the cover. So we use this chamfer pressing board. It can be anything really, and just to distribute the pressure, and clamp it out of the way with a light clamp. And beneath it is another chamfer board, and we need some indication of where to press. So we have this guide that we made earlier. We say, okay, right here in the middle of this M is a spot. we need to spend some time there. And there's a couple other places. Well, we wouldn't know this if we couldn't see this from the other side. So this helps us to know where to work. And we just take some silicone pressing paper, shiny side down over the spots that we can see there. We just remember, and we just lightly rub back and forth, helping us to get rid of this. Now, I should have mentioned earlier, I spent about 5 or 10 seconds of steaming the cover from the inside, not the outside, but the inside, where I'm putting the pressure. And it helps me to see where I've done some work because it dries there where it's warm. It's about 130 degrees Fahrenheit on this tacking iron. And I try to go in a circular motion or a figure 8 if I can. And there's less risk of making a mark on the cover from the inside than there is on the outside. And this only works for the micro creases. It works on spine ticks amazingly well close to the cover if you do this from the inside too. And then, you know, this is what, a minute of work, 2 minutes of work. And take the book, and then I'll press it again because now I've steamed it, so I have to press it. And let's see the second pressing how it works. I first want to note that this is not a perfect method, and no method ever is, but this is the before and after with this tool. And this photo isn't great because you can kind of see this line a little bit under the right light, and I'll show you some raking light in a moment. But so it's not completely gone, but I would say it's mostly gone. And if I did this twice, it'd probably be completely gone. So here's this first little mark and tick on the cover, and I'll show you the next one now. Here's the second image, and you can see that there's the 2 spine ticks here, and they're not as visible in the second image. And I mean, they almost look gone in this image here, but they're not quite gone. They're there a little bit. It's hard to capture in photos. Even in the same, I made a fixture to keep the photos in the same position and the camera in the same position. It's slightly different each time, and I'm sure I'll get comments from people who don't listen this far into the video that tell me it's not a fair comparison, but after 550 videos of doing this, I'm pretty used to it. So I'll do a raking light image next, you can see. And here's that final raking light image I promised. You can see it's not quite a perfect method, but it is pretty good. So anyway, that's the tool I'm calling the Crease Releaser. It needs a lot of prototyping work. I just wanted to introduce it, see if anybody has any ideas for improvement, anything you've maybe tried yourself. You know, leave me a comment. My thanks to Nolan for helping me when I wasn't feeling too good and I lost my voice. Thanks, son. You did a great job. You were the future of Immaculate Comics. We need more young people doing this. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Bye-bye.